See my gate from out there? That's where that motorcycle guy is. Oh, is that him? That's it right there. Dude, I'm gonna try. There you go. This is my angles, man. Woo.
Crawling right there. There he goes. See him crawling? Two of them.
Boom. This is one green panel section. And just, start assembling them. Look at that right there. Oh my God, what is that? I'm looking, man, because I'm gonna get one of these. Oh my God. Nothing I can do about that.
Stick it in there and it grows, man.
Bam, my Tupperware solar box. Hey, well, howdy guys, how you doing, Craig here with my life on the Thai farm. And it's late afternoon. I should say it's late after rain, because it's been pretty much rainy since the afternoon. I was working on my pond shack over there, pond palace. I'm gonna get my remote control to my gate. And I don't even see. Can you see my gate from out there? That's where that motorcycle guy is. But right there, I just used my remote to close the gate. And that gate is like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 poles away. Pretty far, huh? Pretty good. It's unobstructed. That's probably why that it reaches that far. I mean, well, you got a big banana tree in there now. I did, oh, that's right, shoot. I caught a catfish today. I did a little fishing during my lunch break. I just emptied this bucket at lunch with my catfish, and now it's full of water.
Catfish in there. You in there, bro? Oh, there he is. Maybe I should, I was gonna cook him, I was gonna barbecue him up, but shoot, I can't keep him in there all night. He'll die. He'll die from the no oxygen. Let me get the net instead of getting all wet. But yeah, so the canal pond, like I said, it's been filling up very fast, and that's not good for the fresh rice, right? Because it'll overflow and go in there. So we got to pump it out. My uncle's over there with his tractor last couple days, and as soon as it rises, or in the rains, or you come over in the morning, he'll pump it into the pond. What was I looking for? Oh, the net. But yeah, so he's got the pump sock with that. My pump is still at the guy fixing the head gasket. But oh, and I chased a water snake through here. I couldn't find him. I saw his head, and he was getting away from me, and I ran to the other side with my snake catcher, but I couldn't find him. He ditched me. But you can see the water level now is gone up. Oh, is that him? That's it right there. Dude, I'm gonna try and get it. Hold on. I don't see him. I had to run and get my catcher, which was really just over there, but I think he knew. I saw his head going through here. Which means, like I said, I saw him. It was actually that was last night about this time. I was trying to catch that snake, I think. Which means he's hanging out. I'm gonna have to do some herping. They can't stay underwater that long. So I mean, if he saw me, he probably stuck his head under the water. But that's what they do. They kind of go along the shoreline. It's easier to catch a fish and bring him against the muddy shoreline to kind of hold him to where you can eat him. Dang it, man. Can't be having that one fish or one snake can eat several fish, man. Not a problem. Anyway, shoot. I should have just jumped in the water and grabbed him. That's what I should have done. Yeah, before he was going that way underneath the house, and just now, just as I was talking to him, I saw his head underneath here going that way. I was like, what? And so I followed him over here. Should have kept an eye on him. Anyway, yeah, so I caught that catfish. And when I was coming over here, I came over here, and this part right here, this thing, you know, the sock beats up and gets wet, so I'm losing all the dirt here because of that. I really need to put a piece of wood down here so that doesn't happen. But during this process, because the water's flowing out, like I said, these fish and stuff like to swim upstream. I come walking over here, and a big old catfish was laying right here. Like, you know, he jumped up, like going upstream or whatever, and he was like right there. I go, whoa, and I tried to grab him. Well, that's what I was doing. I was supposed to get the net. And I tried to grab him, and I couldn't. He jumped back in the water. And then I tried to get him with the little net here, but I couldn't. So I got out the fishing pole, and oh, that sunset, buddy. It's gonna be nice. Got the fishing pole out. Put a piece of cheese, put a piece of mozzarella cheese, old mozzarella cheese, on there, and caught him or his brother or something. Where are you, bro? Over here. There you go. All right, see? He's a nice one. Nice bacon. But because I'm so kind, the water snake won't get the catfish. Bro, you gonna be free? Huh? There you go. To be caught another day, he can grow a little fatter. He wasn't that big. Speaking of big, the size of these mangoes, man. Whew. That might be ready tomorrow. I'm gonna make a mango smoothie. How's that sound? Pretty good? Pretty good? So anyway, in the ongoing saga of trying to get the dang roof squared away. You know, remember my goals were to get it done before the damn rainy season. Oh, by the way, when I was sketching with that for the fish right there, a crab walked up out of there. You know, a nice little crab there for the papaya salad. So I grabbed that crab and I put him in this bucket with a little water. Actually, it's raining there now, but I figured I'd get him. And then I looked at the crab, and it was pregnant. Well, no, it was what do you call that? Anyway, you open it up when normally there'd be a whole bunch of eggs right under his belly. Yeah, there was like 100 other crabs, little baby crabs. So it was ready, you know, it was just ready to spawn off all little crabs like any day or whatever, or they probably all were one by one or something. And I was like, what? So I said, perfect, because with that many crabs, man, I could just, you know, keep them and I'll farm them out. So I put it in the bowl, and it was right after that I got the catfish, and I put the catfish over there, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna get the rest of this thing done at the roof, and then I'm gonna barbecue that up and make a thing for the crabs and all that stuff. So I did that, and I come back. The fish was, the catfish was gone. It was in that top bucket at first when I had water in it. And I, what the fuck's catfish? I look around, I can't find a catfish anywhere. And that catfish had jumped out and walked his ass all the way back almost to the water. And he was laying in the dirt right there. And I was like, what? So I grabbed him and put him back in the bigger bucket. And then I came over here. So I thought, what? I came over here, and sure enough, the crab was gone. So the crab crawled his way out. Usually they don't claw their way out of these bowls too good, but I think I had too much water in there. But let me see if I can see it in here. There, he left one or two of his siblings, or not siblings, children. Where are you, bro? They're the tiniest of is that one? Yeah, there's one right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's right where'd he go? There he goes. See him crawling right there? There he goes. See him crawling? Two of them. Two little baby crabs. And I literally, there's like 100 of them underneath me. I was like, dang, I lost a crab. God dang it. But being that I have trapped crabs, it may behoove me to go get me a trap. What is that doing? The wind must have knocked that over, or the rain or something. Huh. And yeah, whoa. And you know, set the crab trap down in the mud right there, in the water right there, because water level's real high. It probably, a lot of crabs in the lower water levels, the crabs, you know, probably made their little holes and stuff, little dens and everything, kind of going in and out of the water or whatever. And now with all the water, it's flooding them out. Same with the snake, probably flooded him out of his hole. Hopefully he doesn't have a whole bunch of babies in there. That would be a bummer. And actually, when the water level was just getting a little bit higher, you know, before, I was gonna walk the perimeter, you know, poking for bees, so to speak. Damn, it's all wet in here too. It must have rained. I left to go out to get my steroid inhaler, and I stopped at the Japanese store, actually, because I wanted to get some speakers. And then I came back and everything is soaking wet, man. But so yeah, so the saga, right? I took that off. I brought it all the way down, and I started saying to myself, well, let me see, how am I gonna do this? The idea was I'd weld pieces after I'd cut it all off. I'd weld pieces on the ends and put it back, but put it back on the lower part, right, so I could get the green screen up on there so it fits underneath. And then when I had that whole piece of metal here, the basically this side of the roof. I was lifting it up and I was thinking, and then I lifted up 3 of those pieces of green together. And so I started thinking, you know, what would an engineer do? And one of the things I remembered about engineering, even though I'm not an engineer, is engineering is like pretty much mathematics. You got to pretty much be a mathematician almost. And so I did the math. What I did was I actually weighed the metal section, you know, like that, with the food scale over there. But anyway, I weighed out the metal and the green thing on top, like this, and damn, I forgot what it was. I forget how heavy it was, but I remember that once it was, the idea was I was gonna pre-assemble it here, and then, you know, and then hoik it up over there, hold it in place or clamp it in place, and then weld it in place. And I realized because of the weight and the stress or this or that, no, I wasn't gonna be able to do it. So I had a little bit of an epiphany. What I decided, look at it swimming in the water over here. What I decided was, boom, this is one green panel section. So I'm gonna put it, I just cut the metal, and actually you can see what I did here was I cut it flush. So I cut it, screwed it into there flat, and then I welded, tack welded it, not tack, but I welded it on all the joints, so I have a nice piece of metal grid to put this green piece on. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 3 grids, right? So what I did also, and buy my new metal, I bought, well, I only need to buy 3 because I cut them in half, but this is the thick one, that whatever it is, 2 mil or whatever the biggest one they had, so I could have it stiff. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3. Before there was 2, but I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 cross line supports or whatever, and then I'm gonna just lay these metal pre-assembled. I'm gonna put the plastic onto them, and I can lift the one panel. I can lift that, so I should be able to just put those 3 on there, lift that one panel up, drop it in place, and hold it. And then what I'm gonna do, instead of welding, because I have the crossbars welded, I'm gonna actually screw it from the bottom. So the green stuff will be on this side, right? And I'll be looking up onto this side, right? So as right here, there'll be the actual cross beams, right? The cross beams will be coming in here somewhere. And I'll go through the crossbeam bottom and into this one to hold it down. That way I don't break the seal on the green stuff. It's going to be flush out and smooth on the outside on the roof, and I'll screw it from the inside so I don't have to do any welding. I mean, I'm going to have to weld these 3 beams, you know, and 3 more on that side. I still got to take that side off, but the idea was I'm trying to, you know, sort that out. And I think this is the solution, you know, as long as they're square. But I am using my square to make sure it's actually corners are square, and that the frame is, you know, tits close to the edge of the green panel. So I'll have 3 panels, boom, 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 and that'll be that. Yeah. So I did that this morning. I cut this all up and welded it all up, painted it actually also flat black. I even put one of the green ones up against it afterwards to see if it's the right size, make sure I was doing everything right. And it's all in order. My fan doesn't work, and I realize why it doesn't work now. It's probably because, I don't know, the water went this way. It shouldn't be any water, and there's not really any water coming through here that I know of. But I think the fan got wet probably. Anyway, so tomorrow, hopefully it doesn't rain all night long, I'll be able to I'll be able to make more progress on that. Now that I know how to make this one grid, I need to make 5 more. And the first one, you know, it wasn't that easy. I had to do a couple cuts, but now that I know how to do it, it should be easier. Yeah. And then, like I say, I can just make 5 more of those and just, you know, start assembling them. Look at that right there. Oh my God, what is that? Man, that's my alligator, but not remote control. This is my old portion of my old trap. Dude, did that just blow over here too? Man, we are getting some kind of winds. I don't know when the winds come so much. This was actually hanging on the edge. That's probably why it blew off. But normally I take these off. When the winds come, I'll take my glass down so that it doesn't go blowing off. I'd hate for these to shatter from the wind. Where are you, snake? Dirty rotten snake. Getting a little dark. But yeah, the fish, man, they like to hang out on the shore. And so does that snake. The snake, the head of that snake told me that the snake itself is probably more than a meter. It's probably a little fatter. He's definitely a fish killer. What would really be good is if he actually ate a fish and it was still sticking out in him, so he couldn't really get away that quick. I grab his ass. If I had time, cut him open and release the fish. No. Now over here we caught that one snake. It was a big one. I did that. I got it on video actually. My wife goes, yo, yo. And the snake had the fish in its mouth. Like it had a big tilapia. Half of the head was in his mouth. Like, and so he knew he couldn't do anything. He was trying to get rid of it so he could get away because I was on him. And yeah, he couldn't do it. So I was able to grab him. And then after a few, whatever, 10-20 seconds, whatever, he was able to get rid of the fish. The fish was dead though, I think we ate that fish. But yeah. And then of course we happily dispatched that snake to a different location. I mean, I don't mind water snakes per se, but I didn't want them here. So take them down to the big old canal in the next village. Let them run around the rice fields over there. The big canals, I mean, you know, there's wild fish in there. They can eat those, but you know, I'm trying to keep my fish for my belly. I don't need it in the snake's belly. You know what I'm saying? Woohoo! What else did I do? This pond is full too. You can see that's actually a reflection, so it looks like the poles are showing, but that, yeah, you can see right there, it's pretty close. It's a lot closer. If I had the old deck on the old bridge on there, it would probably be right there touching the rail in the water. That's how full it would be. I got other videos where it was touching that full, and that's probably where it would be. This is your load tie. Of course, you can call it big tractor load tie too, but and I'm looking, man, because I'm gonna get me one of these. But I got a different idea to use it. I might use it out here anyway, just to tool around. But one of my project ideas. See, now the pond is totally, this sucker's empty. But by morning, if it keeps raining, it will be full again. Because all the water's not only will the water come in here, but the canal that we made all the way along the tree line, all the way out to the road. So it's going to be coming in, flowing through there, and then it's going to be coming down here, filling up, and so. And this is the trailer that goes on the back of the load tie. And if you build your little roof on here, we call that a load tie barn, like your, you know, your RV. And so I figured I'd make me an RV with my load tie, change the tractor tires to more of the car tire, you know, the bigger car tire ones, like they do for the load tie, so they can drive it on the road farther. And I just go, you know, driving around the farms of Thailand, camping and shit. Does that sound pretty cool? Of course, I probably wouldn't get that far. I go out to the rivers here and go out over there. You know, you see that down to the Wat or whatever, the mountain or whatever, or like this. You know, I figure it'd be a good way to become more fluent in Thai as I run into Thai farmers and we have a chat about farm life and what the hell am I doing with the load tie bond and driving a load tie. Later, I could sell it. Oh my God, look at this. We're flooded over here too. That area, that's right. I should check my wife's. My wife is not here, by the way. Just about now, I don't know what time it is. It's getting a little bit later, but she should be somewhere in China. You know that big old picture you see in China with the mountain with the hole in it, where that guy in the sky suit went right through the hole. Yeah, she's gonna do that. Not the sky suit part, but yeah. Oh my God, there's her canal that she made. It is totally full. Oh my God, nothing I can do about that. It is totally full. Oh my gosh. And look at this. This is the dam I built. Well, that doesn't seem to have worked that much. I mean, obviously this side, you can see the water here is coming out of here and going back on this side. This side is lower than that side, so my dam at some level is working, but man, that is chock full right there, going all the way out the back of the back of the property. This is actually a good time, not so much herping, but it's a good time of the year to really, you know, see some interesting things on your farm or on your land, especially if you live out in the country, because you know, you get a whole new set of animals and a whole new environment, more diversity. But dang, man, that thing is so full. I don't know what to do there. I don't think I could do anything. We just also we stopped before my wife left. We stopped. Actually, I just did my annual visa renewal, but we stopped at the same place where we actually bought our grass when we put our lawn in. And I think, oh, here it is, yeah. So my wife, we bought this other grass. And my wife planted it all along here. Like this. It'll grow and connect to each other's little clump. Oh yeah, all the way over there. Dude, I didn't even see that. So this whole side, she planted that grass. And that grass is that kind that's like, you don't mow that kind of grass. It just, you know, just like the picture shows. It's just like that. Just keeps growing sideways, so you don't have to mow it. She talked about, hey, maybe we can take up the lawn and plant that grass. so I don't have to mow it. Ow, mosquito. I just looked down and saw a mosquito biting my hand. It's because I was over there in that little mosquitoville with the water. But yeah, man, I like the way the camera, I like the way the sunset looks on the house right there. The lights actually come on already. Looks pretty cool. Maybe give me a photo of that one. My house. But yeah, oh, she still actually have some left over in that white bucket where the fish was. Oh, I better cover that. Some more of that grass. So I thought what I'd do is actually I thought I'd plant it over there in front of the patio over there to maybe slow down erosion. Big rains come, you get more and more erosion. It's over here. It's just in one matter of fact, I should dump some of this water out. I don't want it to totally drown. Yeah, see, it's pretty good. You just stick it in there, man. Stick it in there and it grows, man. It was like one clump, or how do we buy that? I think we bought it like by the kilo, so maybe it was like 3 kilos for 100 baht or something. 200 baht. Yeah, I think it was 200 baht for 6 kilos. Well, you can see that all that whole thing was planted, right? So that all that area and some leftovers and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 200 baht. Pretty cool. They're actually growing that on the lawns, right? So they grow all the grass, like this grass. And then they have the, you know, the machine that slices right underneath it, like, and shaves it off in these 1 meter pieces. And then they stack them up, right? And then you buy whatever you say my lawn is. Oh, my lawn's 15 meters square. Then they'll figure that out for you, and then you buy that. But anyway, so when we bought the grass, we bought this kind of grass. That's actually the cheaper grass, so it had maybe some crab weeds in there or whatever. They didn't really worry about it. You could buy a really sweet grass, really perfect grass and stuff like that. Well, right now they're growing a crap load of this grass, and it's just it looks really nice, but she said it's not ready. She said about 3 more weeks it'll be harvestable. And what did she say that was? 12 baht a meter, or 120 baht? No, it wasn't 120. It was like 12 baht or something. Yeah, because the grass was like 15 baht or something. So yeah, maybe about 12 baht per meter, like my meter, like my lawn. If it's a 15, what's that? 150? 15 times 15, 165. I don't know. So yeah, not too bad. 1,600 baht or something like that. You can get a whole new lawn. But I'm not ready to do that yet. I think what I will do, I wouldn't mind buying some to test fly it and put it like maybe even all around the berm, you know, like on the shoreline around the whole pond. Though that area is covered with trees, so we don't usually get a whole lot of sunshine. And so you know, if that grass needs a lot of sunshine, I don't know if it's gonna grow over there. Otherwise, actually I could put it all in here probably. Dump a whole crap load of sand, fill this all in with sand right here, and then put that stuff in here. Although I get a massive amount of runoff right here, which I like. Actually, I don't want to gutter up this system. Otherwise, what am I going to do? Make a gutter here, then another one hanging that way, go off into the pond, you know. Anyway, not much of a video, but it is my life here on the Thai farm. And I did get some things today done, or get some things done today before
the rains came. It actually was raining when I left to go do those things, because that's why I just said, you know, I'm gonna go into town and get my thing and do that thing, whatever, because it's raining. I might as well go out there and do that. And I came back and it's not raining, but it's sopping wet. Well, as a matter of fact, oh, wait a minute, is that right? My solar, my wife had told me, hey man, what's up with the solar? The last couple of days it's not working at all. The battery had power, and I went and looked, and the battery had no, it was not showing. It was like dead or whatever. And I was like, what? How's that impossible? Then I went and checked it. Oh yeah, see, unplugged right there. I went and checked it, and sure enough, here, let me lay that down sideways. What? Went and checked it, and yeah, I mean, the batteries were fine. I mean, the battery spec'd out at, you know, at 14 volts or whatever. Everything looked cool. Bam, my Tupperware solar box. But and I looked at the controller and everything looked cool. I'm like, well, I don't know. So I just turned the breaker off. Both breakers, actually. I turned both breakers off on the solar, turn them back on, and then it, you know, I mean, before it still said charging. It's just that the, you know, the 4 bars on the battery were like 1 bar, and I wasn't getting any amps. I'm like, what the? So I just flipped the switches, and it came back. Boom! Now it shows, you know, full battery or whatever. Blah blah blah. So now it's fine. You can see the light. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, the light's on over there. Can't really see the lights are on up in the tree. These ones I moved to a timer. As a matter of fact, probably come on any minute. But that's right, I need light bulbs. Should I go back out? I need more light bulbs. Keep forgetting them. Here come. Maybe I should send my drone up, get a sunset shot. Psh, what do you think? Maybe. All right, man. Well, hey, maybe I'll try to get the drone up. If not, thanks for watching. Keep watching. Let me know what you think of my panel idea as a solution for my roof challenge over there on the pond house. I think it's gonna look good. All right, man. Again, thanks for watching. Keep watching, and I'll get back at you with more progress on my green roof here from the Thailand.